Not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Harris starts the drive on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Jags, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
You look at this Jaguar defense.
They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
The Steelers in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Now Pickett will look to pass it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
19 tight.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. Option on the left side. Pickett's going to keep it.
And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Pickett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line.
Now Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Boswell's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Ridley here. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Now Lawrence changing the play. Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. Again to Calvin Ridley, and he's got it once more. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Ready, ready. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
All right, let's go.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Lawrence. Man open, that's Ja'Marr Chase complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
Now Lawrence. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Got it. Ready?
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Hey, I'm gun.
Now Lawrence to throw. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Hey, easy, route.
Here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. Looking for Ridley on the out route. He's got him. And the Jaguars are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
11, ag it. Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Steps away to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Lisa, 24.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Etienne. will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Pickett back to throw. He's got this to Pickens.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Pickett.
It's brought in by Harris. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Andre Cisco there on the stop.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Here's Pickett. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Jaguars are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Hey, Ron.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Second and 10.
Go, go.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They go play action now. Lawrence. He will find his man Chase complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? when you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
Now Lawrence. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Now Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne. And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now Pickett will look to pass it. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep. Touchdown! George Pickens with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
That's caught, and this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. Still just a 2-score game in the third quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
He'll get that underneath ETN. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Lawrence running right on the option. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Pickett's throw hauled in by Washington. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. So that one complete downfield to Johnson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 37 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Back to throw, Pickett. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Pickett. Completes this one to Pickens. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Pickett now, 3rd and goal. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have taken a 4th quarter lead.
extra point put through by Boswell. And that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise.
Hey,
defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go.
On first down, right back to Etienne. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Play action. It's Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And the Jags are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a first and goal with this game still hanging in the balance.
And they'll run with Etienne.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Here now, second and goal.
Go, let's go. 11.
Throwing now, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jamar Chase from 3 yards out. And the Jags answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead.
They do tack on the extra point as well, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. They'll come up first and 10 here. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now Pickett.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Hey, Lion. Here we go. Hey, Jupiter.
back to throw. Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Bigsby.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Hey, go, go.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Rocco switch, Rocco.
They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he will have a Jaguars first down. And that ought to be the one that seals the victory.
Only a 1-yard gain, but good enough to just about finish this one off.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Hey, hey, hey.
What a finish in this one.